Hello, Praveen.
Hello, Guillaume.
Francesco.
Hello. Hi, Guillaume.
Hi. Et bonjour.
Guten Tag. Hello, Carlo.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Carlo.
Hi, Carlo.
Hi.
It's vacation in France, so we'll have limited number of participants from France. Luis,
Hello, how are you?
fine, and you?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, Thomas. Hello, Riam.
Bonjour, Philippe.
Bonjour, Kai.
Okay. So I propose we're going to start. Might be a short occurrence for today. We have less topic than usual, but let's start the meeting. So we are of the 70th TSC meeting occurrences. For today, concerning the participant, we've got Telecom Italia, Orange, Dutch Telecom, Telefonica, Vodafone not yet, okay, Ericsson, and Nokia Uni will not be with us today. We are pleased also to welcome other participants with control plane, Suzy. Did I miss someone? Not sure. I think we are okay. Concerning Linux Foundation policies, you have got the link that manage the rules of such a meeting. And our next TSC will be the 11th of March. Concerning, I have no general news. If someone has general news, please share it now. Okay. So concerning governing board information, we have evolution in the governing board. So team, congratulations for becoming treasurer of the project. Team,
Thank you very much. It's an honor.
Okay. So what is your mission to explain to the community?
Well, using the financial resources that the directed fund has available in the best possible way to facilitate and grow the project, right? That's at the end of the day what we're here to do. I think that applies to the entire board of directors, not just me, but like as a treasurer, I'm sort of going to look after how we spend the money. Do we spend it wisely? Do we spend on the right things? And of course, also, how do we make sure we get more? So working with the LF on BizDev related things, trying to attract more sponsorship is, of course, a part of that as well.
Okay. Congratulations. Luis, you raise your hand. And you, no,
Yes, no, I had pressed the wrong button. I was just
Okay, yeah,
pressing the
understand.
applause. But welcome, team, and congratulations. Good luck.
Okay. Okay. Yael has also joined. So Linux Foundation is also part of this meeting.
Hello.
Hello, Yael. Yeah, you see, it seems that you have a young developer with you.
I do.
We need fresh skills.
Start them very young.
Okay, great. So now we're going to switch to workgroup 1. Thomas will share the progress. I will just introduce the first topic. So you know that we have the end of the Equinix Bar Metal program. But just to make you a status where we are on the different option. So LeaseWeb, we are under testing their solution. They are not. It's not compatible with nested VM. So we try to use their bare metal as a service. OVH, it's a no-go. I received it this week. We are in a qualification with Evrock, so it's I think it's a good solution. It's a European cloud sovereign provider, and Oracle is still under discussion between Linux Foundation and us. I don't know if there are some comments on this topic. No, I'll give the floor to Thomas to introduce our topics about Workgroup 1. Thank you, Thomas, for participating.
You're welcome. I don't actually have a lot to tell. Thanks for the recap on where we are with reference to finding another solution after the closure of Equinix. So two things I want to mention. One is the fact that in the past weeks, a significant amount of the effort of the team, in particular, let's say the core team and core reviewers, has been focusing on the stabilization and polish of the code, both on main and on the last release, with in particular the concern of solving some glitches that often occur in some CI runs on some platforms. So this is something that is, I think, good to mention, because it also slightly shifts in the same time frame the focus that we can put on reviewing a new evolution. That said, the evolution plan for the release 1.7 are still in line. So I still wanted to mention this. It's an important part of the work done on a daily basis by working with one to actually polish the code and polish past releases. The second topic that I had in mind to mention, I know that 2 weeks ago, Mathieu Ron put up the question of working less on the GitHub unit. The proposal that Mathieu, let's say, exposed to the TSC was to stop doing a test on the GitHub unit in CI. Maybe I should remind what GitHub is. GitHub is a lightweight solution to host Git and Git repos and expose a web interface for allowing some level of collaboration. It's like a very lightweight GitLab or GitHub implementation that can be deployed. And this GitHub unit is meant to deploy GitHub in the management cluster of Sylva. But the fact is that in the past years, since it had been contributed, there does not appear to have a lot of uses behind that. Most people seem to use typically GitLab or GitHub to Sylva. And this unit is barely unmaintained, and nobody is actively working on refactoring what needs to be refactored. So yeah, there was an agreement, as I understand, 2 weeks ago, to stop testing it in CI. In parallel, the discussion during the weekly meetings in the working group one led to conclude that actually removing the code entirely for next release would make a consensus. So I think that this possibility of removing GTA is something that would satisfy everyone in working group one. So the question for the TSC is whether or not there would be reasons to not do that.
So is there any one that this proposal cause some blocking point we have not in mind that has not been raised during the call of work group one yesterday concerning GitHub? Please raise your hand if you have any impact on this decision. No. Okay, so I propose to thank you, Thomas. And just Thomas, you mentioned Sylva v1.7, sorry, was in line with planning, so it's for May, correct?
I'm bad at timelines.
Okay, yeah, I think it was for May. Yeah. I think it was,
this is what I remember roughly end of April or May.
Okay.
But
yeah.
The key pieces are progressing well. So yeah.
Okay, this is also what I have in mind. But, just to okay, thanks. Any questions to Thomas? And by the way, representing the work group one. Can be more open questions.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, Thomas. No. Okay, many thanks, Thomas. So,
thank you.
Concerning work group 2.
Okay, this is me. Okay, so things that we have done so far, we keep progressing in the flavor validation. So as you remember from last meeting, we completed and is considered validated RKE2, the SUSE distribution. And we are working on the canonical and Red Hat. We are progressing 35% of the requirements have already been, we have obtained evidences of execution, and for Red Hat, 15%. So this is progressing, and within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we will have them also completed. So that's one progress. On the workload validations, the active workload validations, we have already started the Titanium, the number portability system that was pending. And we have just started in the case of the Telefonica platform, but this is the one that we want to validate in parallel in 3 different platforms. The Telefonica, the White Stack that is with different hardware, the Open Nebula that this is with a different IaaS. So that's interesting, but we have only right now started in the Telefonica because the other 2 are pending an NDA, to be disclosure agreement, to be signed between the software provider and the platform equipment. So we have just started that one. The Juniper that was pending, and we had a lot of issues, communication issues and other issues, has progressed, and we are right now just pending the CNTI test suite and the in-service upgrade. No, for the Juniper one. And we are also working in preparing the dev day, because there's one working group 2 presentation on how to automate validation using GitLab pipelines. So we are working on that. This is what we have done so far in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. What do we expect in the future? We expect to complete the networking configuration in the Aura platform, or Orange platform, and retake the existing validations. We have some Juniper workload that was validated and it was stopped because of this network configuration. This is expected to complete this month and retake these validations. We want to complete the Titanium one at least in the Telefonica platform, and as I say, we will also validate it in 2 other platforms in parallel. And then in the flavor validation, we want to complete within the 2-3 next weeks the requirements for validation for canonical and Red Hat. So demonstrate that they cope with all the existing requirements in Sylva up till version 1.5. Okay, and we will start working in the next step of flavor validation, which is reviewing the requirements or the features added in version 1.6 and planned in version 1.7, so that we start in advance creating scripts or whatever to demonstrate in all the flavors that they cope with those features once they are incorporated. Because right now, as you know, we have done the validation of flavors up till version 1.5. Okay, but it's a continuous work. We will have to do it for any new feature, confirm that every flavor supports them. And then once we have that, we will run new validation cycle using version 1.6 and 1.7 when it comes feature. But this is going to take us some more time. Okay, but at least we need to review the new features that have been added and define the mechanisms to validate them. So this is what we plan to do in the next probably 3 weeks. Well, next week is going to be the Mobile World Congress. Probably there's not going to be much work on this. So that's all for working group 2. Any comment?
Any comment or questions to Luis? Okay. On my side, yes, I know that we have on the backlog Mavnir network function and ZTE1, so we really need on Orange part to unblock the situation on the platform.
Okay.
It's a priority. I will push for this. Okay. Thank you, Luis. So workgroup 3, no update this week. So we're going to switch to workgroup 4. We have some very good news. Praveen.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. This is Praveen. So Huamin is not here, so I will take up this part. So related to workgroup 4, so we have recently tagged 1.0.3 release, and the release notes are available on the Git part. So let me summarize what we have achieved. So there are some graphs representing CO2 usage. So we have accumulated all those information in a graph, in particular to a data center, and also in all the data centers in a particular graph. Also, we have explored the KubeGreen, how we can optimize the energy consumption. So we have explored a KubeGreen option for that. And we have fetched the CNF matrices on which the CNF is deployed on the bare metal platform. So all those matrices are fetched on the GreenDashboard. And for the namespace matrices, so initially it was like administrative namespaces coming for all the workload cluster in a single format. So we have splitted all those administrative namespace for each workload cluster, and also for each CNF on which our workload cluster it is sitting. So we have displayed that information also. And regarding the PV factor, so we have automated all the containers in the backend so that if someone wants to install it, so there is only one container, so it's in a single package. And also we have validated some of the fields and default values on the PV factor. And so that's all we have covered in this release. And for the next release, so we have some items, but I have listed some major items. So we will explore the Camara API energy footprint, and we will see how it can be used for WG4 working group. And also we will do some calculations around CO2 manufacturing analysis. And right now on the centralized Thanos, we are pushing the data on the centralized Thanos. So we will change the strategy from pulling to pushing, because from pulling, I think we have discussed in the group. So we will change the strategy from pulling to pushing. So that's all for working group WG4.
Any questions to Praveen? Oh, okay, on my side, 2 small questions. So if you think that, I don't know, if concerning KubeGreen exploration or the new graphs concerning CO2, if you think that it can be useful to share to TSC level, I think we were very interested about these innovations.
Yes, I can do it in the next TSC meeting, because recently it was tagged, so we are just fixing some bugs. So I think for the next TSC I can present.
So here you are asking Carlo to book a slot for this.
Yes, please do, Carlo, for the next TSC. Thank you.
Carlo is on the bridge. Okay. I know this in the minutes or so.
How much time do you need?
10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Okay. And my following question is, what is the duration of the sprint to reach the 104 release?
Actually, it contains around like 2 months. We
months,
have
okay.
also accumulated like the 1 week duration of Christmas time also. So
Okay, no, it's just to have roughly an idea,
okay.
because I'm quite impatient to have this camera API energy integration. So let's okay. Other
Okay, thank
question
you.
to Praveen? No? Many thanks, Praveen. Work group 5. I think Julie is here.
Yep. Okay, guys. So the big news, obviously, is the Sylva Developer Day. As you know, it will happen on March 27 from, it's not 8 a.m., it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can find the agenda here. I just put in the chat the agenda. You need also to register to attend the event. Please, we need you to register as soon as possible for logistic purposes. So make sure to do that, especially if you have been selected to do presentations or topics, because we will need you there. So please do that. And if you are a speaker, you also received an email with all the information for speakers. So check out your inboxes. And I would also like that all Sylva leaders send the information to their teams or to your industry or to people you want at the event, so that they can register. So please be vocal on socials, on social media platform, share the link for the agenda, tell the world that you are going to attend our Sylva Dev Day. It will give us traction and it will allow us to have a full event. That's all for me, guys.
And perhaps to highlight that I think we were at more than 20 people already registered.
Yeah, so that's why you really need to be fast to grab a seat, because we want to close it at 70. And it's open. It's been 2 days since it opened, so you really need to be fast if you want to grab a seat at the event.
On the evening before, kind of the invite for that one, that wasn't in the initial registration form. Yes.
So actually, Jill apologized for that. For that, Jill from the Linux Foundation, she misunderstood because usually the event is after the big day, right? The cocktail is after the big day, so it will be on Thursday. On Thursday evening at 7 p.m. I'm still waiting for the confirmation for the venue. I asked for that it happens at the same hotel. The Sylva Dev Day will happen, but if not, we will be at a venue very near the hotel.
So I will be there. So
okay, perfect.
You can check the mark.
Thanks to highlight this, Kai, because effectively it has been changed in the agenda. So just to make it clear for all the TSC attendees.
Yeah, but it has been modified on the Sylva Dev Day blog, and it's also all the information have been modified in the communications. So, okay, so everything is clear.
We will have lots of innovation for this KubeCon and Cloud Native Telco Day. So for the Cloud Native Telco Day, we will have a booth this year with a Kemono. Julie is also trying to have a game to present Sylva, so we need to align on the board on this. I see your comment, team, on this to challenge if we can find another option. I think we have an issue on the timing to open many doors.
So guys, about that, usually in events and especially in tech events, you have a lot of gamification, which are little games to help you have traction and visibility on the booth. But also they are very educational. So the games are not just silly games, they are games to really make sure that people on the booth interact with Sylva and get a quick grip on what the Sylva value is. What do we do basically? It's basically our value proposal in 3 minutes. Usually people use that to create engagement and to have a database with name, with people they spoke to. I will send you the numbers. I collected some numbers on that because it really helps grow your traction and your visibility on events, but also on social media. And actually, we got a pretty good deal because we can create as many games as we want. The only thing is, if we want to have these gamifications, plans and stuff like that, for the KubeCon and the Sylva Dev Day, we need to be very quick because there is a development time, and then we have to create some marketing stuff to put it on socials, to put it on the website, and to market it at the events and on the booth. So if we do not decide quickly, which I understand, then I won't be able to assure you that the gamification plan is will be available at the KubeCon and on the Sylva Dev Day. I can't reduce the development time, guys. I'm sorry. So we need to be quick on that. I will give more information to the board on the objectives, the goals, etc. But really, it's really fun and it really gives us a lot of visibility. That's all I had to say. And if people want to be linked to an email where I give all the instruction, all the KPIs associated to gamification on events, please let me know and I will put you on the loop, in the loop, sorry.
Okay, so thank you to provide more information, and we'll try, if we decide, to decide quickly. Carlo?
Yes, just one comment. First of all, I apologize because I didn't manage to participate to the Workgroup 5 meetings last week. But we saw in the agenda that there is a session with a proposal for a presentation from Antonio Barbara from team. I'm not sure that we will manage to prepare it. Antonio will be at the Sylva Dev Day. I think he already registered, but we have to understand if we manage to prepare a presentation. Moreover, I see that it is planned in a breakout session 1 hour and a half long, so it is planned to be a very long.
Yeah, no pressure on this. It can be what is your actual work in progress concerning this. If you have a small demo of something, that it can be valuable. But if you have no demo, you can show what is your intention, and we can have an open room on discussion with developers. So, for example, Thomas Morin will be there, and Mathieu Ron. So we are very keen to interact with you on such a topic. Huh? So no pressure on the preparation. We are not targeting. We have different kind of breakout sessions. We have breakout sessions to present something that has been done, to share, but other topics that are how we can innovate on Sylva on new topics. And this KubeVirt isolation is very key on the development of a project. So Antonio will be there, right? And if you can bootstrap the discussion on this, and you'll see that they are going to have many ideas around the table to progress on this topic.
And furthermore, you see that the slots are, I don't know if I'm sharing my screen again. Sorry, I will share it again. You see that the breakout session lasts 1 hour and a half. Actually, you have to take into consideration that there is time for people to choose their breakout session and to go from one room to another. This really needs to be taken into consideration because, as you know, in events, people tend to be chatty and to want to discuss everything and etc. So usually I tend to have bigger slots because I know the human nature, and I know that people are quite slow choosing their room, choosing their topics, and you want to wait for your friend who is eating something or having a tea or cup of tea. So actually, you will have, I think, 45 minutes, and it can be an open discussion.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And on the other topics, on the workgroup 5, just to you'll find the super Sylva video on the minutes of the meeting, but you can find easily on the LinkedIn on our LinkedIn account or on YouTube channel. So
yeah, and it will also be on our website on the landing page. So this video, I'm going to give a big shout out to Selfocus, because they trusted my artistic direction and gave me the manpower, the women power with their marketing team to create this. So we are really proud. It's a small video, 1 minute and 40 seconds. It presents really quickly and really in a very educational way what we do and why we do it. So do not hesitate to share it, to comment on it, to share it on LinkedIn and stuff like that. It's really fun and it's really visual, which is really helpful in our sector where everything is so technical. So if you want to explain to your mom or to your friends or to everyone in your industry what we are doing, please use the video.
Okay. And last but not least, next week is Mobile World Congress. So I think everything is ready, team. So there are two major topics. One is SRS Okudu demo on the Sylva stack on Supermicro and Intel Sapphire Granite. So it's Xeon 6, I think. And the other is Orange feedback on production deployment. Just sharing that we have many meetings organized with different operators, KDDI, Telenor, Freedom Telecom, that are interested on this sharing session. So I don't know, Tim, if you have additional comment there.
No, it really looks good. The demo is strong. I really like the collaboration we have with like hardware vendors, workload vendors, and the community providing the platform. It's it shows the time to market advantage Sylva creates because it's on a very recent platform, and everybody knows that these new platforms aren't easy to get running. And it was a bit of a stretch because we actually had to go a little bit beyond what the official Sylva stack can do. Like we had to like bump the operating system a little bit to make things work. So I think it's a really solid proof point for how capable we are as a community, and the lineup of interest and meetings around it looks very promising. We've got quite a bit in the calendar, and I'm sure we'll see more as the event goes by.
Okay. Any question to Workgroup 5? No? Okay, so Workgroup 6, no update this week, and neither for Workgroup 7. They have got their meeting this week, I think, concerning Workgroup 7 on Thursday. Any open question to this TSC before closing the meeting? So many thanks all. Carlo will animate the next occurrence, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.